up in the top right hand corner of the screen. If you could just type in that you can hear me loud and clearly, just a simple word yes would be fantastic in the chat box. If I could ask for one of you guys online, our registered buyers, we have a dozen or more people there. If I could just get somebody to confirm that you can hear me loud and clearly, fantastic, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much. We move on, of course. That chat box is an integral part of the way in which you can purchase today, because we have found with our online auctions, the success of those has been underpinned by the ability for buyers to be able to head up into that top right hand corner and head to that chat box and express their interest by confirming their bid through that chat box. The other way in which you can bid today is simply unmute and call out your bid. However, we've found that the chat box is certainly the most effective way and probably the preferred way for buyers to be able to communicate their bids today with us for this fantastic property. Buyers, it's first to the auction contract that I draw your attention. Those auction contracts have been emailed across together with the conditions of sale to all of our registered bidders, so you will have copies of that contract via email, of course. However, I will refer to the particulars of sale, and they read that Ray White Real Estate is the selling agent today. We sell for it on behalf of our vendor, that property known to you and I simply as Unit 1, 61 Albany Drive here in Mulgrave. We sell the property today by way of public auction. If you are the successful purchaser, the deposit required is $20,000 by way of EFT today, and the balance of the 10% deposit will be payable by Monday, either by bank EFT or bank cheque. So that gives you some flexibility for the deposit payment. Settlement buyers 60 or 90 days from today's date, or within 14 days of the approved plan of subdivision, which is well and truly underway, and settlement should certainly be able to occur within that 60 to 90 day period. But I do need to remind you, or within 14 days of the approved plan of subdivision. Buyers forming part of the contract of sale and attached to it the vendor's statement or section 32 document outlining all the relevant council zoning and planning information. It has been on display. As I say, it is a very straightforward auction contract indeed. I must advise you by law that today's auction shall be conducted in accordance with those laws set out in Schedule 1 of the Sale of Land Regulations and any additional information that was made available prior to the commencement of today's auction. Those rules permit the making of vendor bids by me as the auctioneer. During the auction, I'll clearly state the words vendor bid. If I take a bid on behalf of the vendor, I'll indicate bidders upon request, and there are penalties for anyone who should engage in any disruptive or prohibitive conduct. Buyers, whether we're online or on site, I need to remind you of this. The law strictly prohibits me from accepting a late bid or offer for the property after I've declared it sold. So if you're here today with the interest to purchase, we have 16 people registered online. Of course, I will give you fair warning with a first, second, third and final call, and then of course once I've declared the property sold, I can't reopen the bidding and accept a late bid after I've declared it sold. So as we get towards the tail end of the auction, I may well ask you directly, are you in or out? And then I'd ask you to head to that chat box and let me know whether you have intentions to, or perhaps whether we've seen your best bid by just typing in the words I'm out, so that we can get underway and sell this fantastic opportunity. Buyers, Unit 1, 61 Albany Drive, a great pocket of real estate, a great location. Many of you have been to the property, of course, at least on one, some 2 and even 3 times. 4 generous bedrooms throughout, split air conditioning units, complete that picture for comfort, of course. A large open plan living space and kitchen downstairs. Let's not forget 3 generous bathrooms also, of course, throughout this fantastic townhouse, and the double car garage there completes that picture. A great pocket, as I say, no expense spared on the construction of these units. They are absolutely first class, and I'm sure whether you're as an owner-occupier or whether you're as an investor, these units, and particularly this front unit that we're selling first up, unit number 1, of course, is a great opportunity for you to purchase. Buyers, as we head into a market where we see historical interest rates as low as they have ever been, I think the astute buyers in the marketplace know full well that securing property today, particularly in the midst of a definite shortage of property coming onto the market, that there is absolutely no doubt that those low interest rates, a shortage of property for sale, means that the smart buyers are in today and they are bidding with confidence and securing a fantastic property. Unit 161 Albany Drive buyers, this is the property we put up for your bidding and competition right now. Of course, I invite you, please, for an opening bid or offer, two ways in which you can bid. You can unmute the microphone or head to the chat box, top right hand corner there, of course, and away we go for an opening bid or offer buyers. I'm in your hands, start me where you will. Well, I know our sound is working, you've confirmed that. What do we say, buyers? A bid or offer to start to get us underway. Owners have set a realistic reserve price. Their intentions today are to sell. Make no mistake of that whatsoever, buyers. What do we say? A bid or offer to start. Head to that chat box, buyers, and let's get the auction underway today. What do we say? An opening bid or offer. I don't mind the start, buyers. I can start with the vendor bid, but I'd much sooner the market determine value. A reasonable start, something in the range, a little lower than the range there. Thank you, 800 and away we go. The bid there, you can see it as well, buyers, there on your screen at 8. There it is, it's confirmed up on the large screen. $800,000 and we're away. 8's the call and I call for a $20,000 rise from here. $800,000 it is, who's going to make it? 820. $800,000 we have. At 8's the call, can I call at 820 now? $800,000 we have, bid me away, and what do we say? 820, can I say it now? 800's the call. 800 it is. Buyers, we're at 8. Who's going to make it? 820 now. Yiming, it's your bid at $800,000. Welcome and good luck today. At $800,000, who's going to make it? 820 in the rise. $800,000 it is. Unit 161 Albany Drive. And away we go, buyers. What do we say? 8's the call it is. 8 and 20, can I say on top? $800,000 and can I call it 20? 820 anywhere now. $800,000 it is. Can I call 820 in the rise? At $800,000, we've got that opening bid and offer underway. What do we say for an 820 call? $800,000 it is. Can I call it 820 now? $800,000 buyers. If there is no higher bid, I'll place a vendor bid in at 820 now. 820 is the call. Back with the vendor bid now at 820. 820 it is, and I call for 40 now. $820,000. Peter, I'll ask you to update the page to 820, please. 820 it is with a vendor bid at 820 now. 820 is the call. You'll see it go live on your screen in a second at 820. 820 we have. 820 calling for 40 now. $820,000 it is. There it is. 820. Yiming against you. 820 is the call. Do we go 840? 820 it is, looking for 840 now. $820,000 calling for 40. 820 it is, 40 if you'd like it now. At $820,000 it is. Yiming, can I welcome you back in at 840? $820,000 is the bid. 820 it is now. Can I call it 840? $820,000 as a vendor bid, looking for an 840 bid now. $820,000 and away we go then. First call at 820. Calling for a $20,000 rise. Bidding is at 820. 820 it is. $820,000. 820 looking for 40. 820,000 calling for 40 now. What do we say? 820 is the bid. $820,000 looking for an 840 bid now. 820. 820 buyers. Do we go 840 in the rise? $820,000 it is. First time at 820. I am a little surprised, I must say. We've got 16 registered bidders here on the page. I'm holding a vendor bid at 820. I can't be fairer than asking you in for another $20,000 buyers. What do we say? 820 it is. I'm calling for an 840 bid. $820,000 and I'd like to see 840 now. Yiming, can I see you back in for 840? 820 is the offer. 820 now we have. Who's going to bid up and away from there? 820. 820 looking for 840. Yiming, can I invite you back in? 820 it is. Looking for an 840 bid. $820,000. Buyers, are we done? There we go, new bidding there. Demisha, thank you. Bidding at 840. Yimming against you. And of course now, Demisha, you hold the highest bid at 840. 840 it is. $840,000. Yimming, can I welcome you back in at 860? 840's the call. $840,000. Yimming, can I invite you back in? You were the opening bidder. Can I get you to confirm? Will you come with me at 860? 840 we have. 850, and I'll take the 10. Yimming holds the bid there. Demisha, it's against you. The bidding now back with Yimming at 850. 850,000. Demisha, can I welcome you back in at 60? I call for 10. Same opportunity. Demisha, would you like to hold the highest bid at 860? Bidding at the moment with Yimming at 850. 850,000 it is. Calling for a $10,000 rise now. Demisha, what do we say? Bidding there with Yimming at 850. $850,000 it is. Demisha, can we see you back in for 10 only? Bids at 850. It's against you. Demisha, you don't hold the highest bid at the moment. The bid is there with Yimming at 850. 850,000 it is. Calling for 60. 10 is the rise from here. 850 it is. Looking for 60. 850's the call. 60, can I call it now? Demisha, are we done? Bidding is at $850,000. 60 it needs to be. Demisha, what do we say? Do we go again for 10? Bidding at 850 it is. $850,000 buyers. Well, what do we say? And away we go. Here we go then, buyers. $850,000 it is. Do we let it go and away it goes then? First call here at 850. Demisha, do we go 10? Now is your opportunity. Second call. Here we go, buyers. What do we say? 850 it is. 850 it is, and I'm on the second call. Demisha, do we come back in for 10? Can I see you back in at 860? Bidding, 860 it is. Welcome back in at 860. Yimming, the bid is against you. 860 now. $860,000. Yimming, do we go to 70? 860 it is. $860,000. Yimming, the bid is against you. Demisha, it's your bid. $860,000. What do we say for another 10? 860 it is. Yimming, do we go again for a $10,000 rise on top? Demisha, you hold the bid at the moment at 860. $860,000 it is. First call, your bid, Demisha, 860. Second call at $860,000. Demisha, it's your bid. Yimming, it's not your bid. Can I welcome you back in for 10? $860 it is. $860,000 is the call. 860 is the number to beat. Do we go to 70? Yimming, can I ask you back in it for 70? 860 it is. Looking for a 70 bid now. 860. First time at 860. Second call. Buyers, let me remind you, there are 15 registered bidders online. If you have been waiting to hold back and place your bid forward, you need to do so now, buyers. We are on the second call. Demisha, it's your bid at 860. Yimming, you've been the other bidder at this stage. However, with 16 registered bidders, I'd like to think that there could be interest there from somebody else also. What do we say? Bidding is at 860. 860 is the call. Calling for 10. Yimming, can I see you back in for a $10,000 rise? First call at $860,000. Demisha, your bid. Second call, $860. Third and final call at $860,000. Demisha, it's your bid there at $860,000. Yiming, I haven't heard back from you. $860,000 it is. Third and final call. Are we done, finished and silent at $860,000? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pause the auction for a moment. I'm going to seek some instructions from the owner. I'd ask for your patience. It may take me 2 or 3 minutes. Please stay online, stay on the platform. You'll see me back on screen in just a few moments. Thank you in advance for your patience. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. Of course, we've had that discussion with our owners, and I know full well that we still have 14 registered bidders there online. Some interest, I know, in this beautiful, beautiful townhouse. Our owner's decision at $860,000, Demisha, it's your bid, and our owner's decision is to put it on the market and sell to you today if there is no higher bid. Demisha, it's your bid. You've seen on the screen that number has turned to green, which indicates buyers. We are on the market and selling if there is no higher bid. At $860,000, I'll reopen the bidding, calling for 10. What do we say? $860,000. I know that there's some interest with some of our parties there that haven't yet put forward any bid that are registered here online. Claire, I know full well from Ryan, he tells me that there's been some interest from you also. Let me make it very clear, Claire and our other bidders here today, we are selling if there is no higher bid. $860,000 and I'm calling for a $10,000 rise. $860 it is. Do we go 10 on top now? If we don't see a higher bid, Demisha, it will be your property today and a fantastic purchase in your favour it will be. $860,000 it is. $860 and I'm calling for 70 now. $860,000 it is, buyers. What do we say at $860? Do we call 70? $860 it is, Claire. Can I welcome you in possibly? I know there's been interest from you. $860 it is and we're selling. Selling to Demisha if there is no higher bid. $860,000, calling for a $10,000 rise. Claire, if it helps and it gets you involved, I'm happy to take 5. Demisha, your bid, $860, and I'm happy to drop the bidding increments, buyers, to $5,000. What do we say? $865, can I call it now? $860,000, Demisha, bidding in your favour and the sale goes to you if there is no higher bid. $860,000. Calling now for 5 only. Claire, can I welcome you in? 5 if you like. Other bidders that are registered, what do we say? Calling now only for 5. $860,000 is the call. First call, buyers, don't miss the opportunity. $860,000. Second call at $860. Purchase opportunity it is here for Unit 1 at 61 Albany Drive here in Mulgrave. 860 is the number to beat. Calling for 5. What do we say? Claire, can I welcome you in for 5? 860 it is. I'm calling for 5 only. Once it's gone, it's gone. Please, buyers, let me remind you, I cannot accept a late bid after I've knocked the property down and declared it sold. $860,000, looking for a $5,000 rise, bidding here at $860. $860 it is. Are we done? Claire, I know you've had discussions with Ryan and you've expressed your interest in the property. Can I ask you directly, Claire, can we go for 5 or are you out? Demisha holds the bid, $860. Claire, could I ask you to confirm, will you come with me for 5? That's all I ask. Make the bid $865. Bids at $860. Looking for a $5,000 rise. Claire, I know there's interest. You've made it very clear to Ryan that you're interested. Ryan's asked me to ask you directly. Can we go for a $5,000 increase? Bids at $860. On the market and selling at $860. Claire, could you confirm please via the chat box? Are you in or out? $860 it is. $860,000 it is here. Demisha, you hold the highest bid. Of course, this online process means that I need to spend a bit of time and ensure that we've exhausted every bid and every opportunity to make certain that we get the best outcome for our vendors here today. 860 it is. Claire, I know you're on the phone to Ryan. Claire, you've confirmed you're out. No further bidding then. $860,000 to our other registered bidders. This is your final warning before we sell. First call, bidding at $860. Can I invite anyone back in for a $5,000 rise? Second call, buyers, $860. I pause for a moment, just in case you're heading to the chat box to confirm an additional $5,000. We're almost on the show. I know it's certainly a tense time. What do we say, buyers? Are we done before we sell? Third and final call. We sell away. No further bidding. Demisha, it goes to you if there is no higher bid. First, second, third and final call. We are selling at $860,000 in favour of Demisha. Put your hands together and sold. Congratulations. And well purchased today. A great opportunity for you to have been able to buy today on this online platform. Buyers, for those of you that might be tuning in to unit number 1, of course a reminder, unit number 2 comes up directly, of course, at midday, which is only around 25 minutes from now. So I'd ask you, of course, to log in through the unit number 2 invitation. Of course, the unit number 1 invitation will go. Demisha, congratulations. We'll have those electronic contracts across to you in just a few moments for signing. To our vendors, congratulations. For those of you that are looking at unit number 2, we invite you to log on to unit number 2 in around 20-25 minutes time. And we wish you well with that purchase this afternoon. Thank you, and we'll see you very shortly. And we sell.